Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister warns the state-owned oil company in urgent need of restructuring. And in sport, reactions from TNT's football fraternity to the resignation of the new head coach. I'm Ricardo Roberts, and this is Caribbean in 10 for Thursday, January 12. I'll be back with the details in just a moment.
The jonkonu's fife, the rhythm of the drum, the strum of the pan, the lilt of the voice from island to mainland. All pigments and tones, old and young, his and hers, all we are one. You, we, me. This is UE TV.
I read that you left Jamaica when you were still a teenager.
Yeah.
Have you ever had any issues with artists that never left Jamaica or never had the opportunity, or even people questioning your authenticity as a Jamaican?
Listen, if you
artist?
don't, then you're not hard. You know? I tell you what, a classic story. There's a guy the other day that says, that he says his artist is Taurus Riley. You know, Shaggy on him is
The Trinidad and Tobago government says the state-owned oil company Petrotrin will need to be restructured in order to survive. The announcement came from Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley last night, less than 24 hours after Petrotrin signed an agreement with the Oil Field Workers Trade Union for a 5% salary increase for workers to avoid a 90-day strike in the vital energy sector. The deal for the period 2011 to 2014 will cost Petrotrin an estimated $80 million TT dollars. Addressing the nation last night, the Prime Minister outlined Petrotrin's precarious financial situation and said action must be taken.
The current situation cannot be left to limp along unattended. It is the intention of this government to take the best advice, consult as widely as we have to, but in the end, take all necessary steps to respond to the challenges and to position the company to realize its fullest potential.
Still in the Twin Island Republic, Attorney General Faris Alwari yesterday revealed there have been over 3,000 child marriages in the last 20 years. He made the disclosure in the Senate as he piloted the Miscellaneous Provisions Marriage Bill 2016. That bill seeks to raise the age of marriage to 18 as recommended by the United Nations and amend the Hindu Marriage Act, the Muslim Marriage and Divorce Act, and the Orisha Marriage Act. Kamal Georges of CNC3 News tells us more.
We've been turning a blind eye to an issue for a very long time.
The issue is one the Attorney General says has allowed 3,478 children to become husbands and wives in this country.
This thing has no religious boundary. It is across the board. That is to be borne out in the statistical information.
AG Faris Alwari brought the statistics to the Senate to make a case for raising the age of marriage from as low as 12 in some religions to 18 for both males and females across the board. Of the child marriages in the last 2 decades, AG Alwari says more than 1,100 was civil, which included Christian, 526 were Muslim, and almost 1,800 were Hindu. The AG says the data also points to gender inequality. Of those child marriages, 3,404 were girls compared to only 74 males.
Can a 12-year-old, can a 13-year-old, can a 14-year-old holding a child, looking after a home, looking after a family, really access the same level of education? Really have the same opportunities for advancement? Really not have to deal with certain social stigmas, be treated equally at school? These are live questions, which I don't propose to give any answer to. I'm asking the obvious questions.
International oil and gas company ExxonMobil has discovered more oil offshore Guyana. It announced the positive results from its Payara-1 well on Tuesday. It is ExxonMobil's second oil discovery on the Starbrook block. President of ExxonMobil Exploration Company, Steve Greenlee, says the important discovery further establishes the area as a significant exploration province. In addition to the Paria discovery, appraisal drilling at the Liza 3 well has identified an additional high-quality, deeper reservoir directly below the Liza field, which is estimated to contain between 100 and 150 million oil equivalent barrels of oil. And stay with us, your Midday Sport is next.
Grow your business or promote your event through the services offered by the Caribbean Media Corporation and CaribVision. Our distribution provides a platform on cable, terrestrial television, and websites. We cover carnivals and events from across the region. We can bring your event live and alive to the world. For music makers, program producers, businesses, we can expand your reach to in excess of 2 million households daily. Our other services include news updates to enhance your media products, studio space for program and development. We can facilitate the launch of new products and services and training. Contact us and we will help you unleash your creative ability, develop products and services, and provide the medium to watch them grow. Contact Loretta Skeet at cmccaribbean.com or call her 1-246-467-1044 or 1-246-253-3889. Call and book your carnival or event today.
Welcome back. It's now time for sport. We continue to track the latest developments in Trinidad and Tobago football. There have been mixed reactions to yesterday's resignation of recently appointed Soca Warriors head coach Tom St. Feet. In this report from TV6's Sujo Defoe, a former national goalkeeper says he believes St. Feet's departure will make it even harder for the Soca Warriors to qualify for the World Cup, and he's calling for the removal of the governing body for football in TNT.
From shock and awe to laughter and ridicule, those were some of the reactions today upon learning of Tom St. Feet's resignation. Brent Sancho, who didn't have the best relationship with St. Feet, said on Twitter, "Coming to a town near you, the Trinidad and Tobago football circus featuring live acts and thrills." Former national goalkeeper and sport commentator Shaka Hislop said on Twitter, "I've had hangovers that lasted longer than St. Feet." Coach Stephen Hart, contacted today, said it's left up to the media now to ask the hard questions. When asked whether he would be interested in returning, he said he'd prefer to just sit back and watch proceedings. Meantime, former goalkeeper Kelvin Jack, who was also contacted moments before St. Feet made his decision, said, quote, "St. Feet did not come with pedigree and his appointment was controversial to say the least. I'm not sure what to make of him. He has lost 3 games already, but it did not surprise me as losing is a habit and we have been losing a lot of matches recently. I doubted very much whether he would be able to turn it around as he has very little support from his president DJW and the fans." He added, "It will be very difficult to qualify for the World Cup now. It's not impossible, but I think to do that may require a managerial change." End quote.
Barbados' historic Kensington Oval will host its 9th test in 10 years when Pakistan tours the Caribbean later this year. The game will be the second of 3 tests on the March 31 to May 10 tour, which also includes 3 one-day internationals and 2 T20 internationals. Both sides met in a full tour in the United Arab Emirates late last year, with the Caribbean side losing all 3 formats. West Indies cricket operations manager Roland Holler said that he is expecting the tour to be a challenging one. That's Caribbean in 10. Good afternoon.